Jack Dorsey, CEO of Twitter, sold his first tweet for $2.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. A tweet was sold for millions of dollars in real money. And that is just one example among hundreds, if not thousands, of digital objects being exchanged for real money. Some of these digital objects have individually been sold for up to $69 million. Just think about that. Your digital painting being sold for that much money. That could be life-changing. Intrigued yet? I mean, who wouldn't be? Welcome to the world of NFTs, the new craze that is sweeping the financial world with the ferocity of a Mexican bull. The amazing thing about NFTs is that even you, the everyday person, can participate in them and be able to pocket some hefty change out of them. It might not be millions of dollars, or maybe it can. Who knows? Stranger things have happened in the world of crypto. So, what exactly are these NFTs I'm referring to? How do they work? How do you buy and sell them? And maybe most importantly, why in the world should you care? I will answer these and more questions for you in this video. By the time we are done, you might just be the seller of the next $1 million digital art piece. Empower yourself with potentially life-changing information as we dive into NFTs and how to get rich off them. Before we get into how to get rich off NFTs, it's crucial to understand what they are in the first place. So let us begin there, and we will get into the rest later on in the video. As someone who has tried baking from the complicated instructions of an impatient aunt and her cookbook, I know how complicated concepts are when big words are thrown around randomly. So I will try to keep this fairly simple and understandable. NFT stands for non-fungible token. To better understand, we can break that term into two parts: non-fungible and token. Fungible by definition means interchangeable or non-unique. Non-fungible, on the other hand, means something unique and something that cannot be substituted with another. For example, a $10 note can be substituted by another note of the same denomination, or a silver coin with another silver coin of equal weight. These are fungible items. On the other hand, a one-of-a-kind trading card, however, is non-fungible. If you traded it for a different card, you'd have something completely different, since the one-of-a-kind trading card is unique unto itself. Other examples of non-fungible items would be the ball used to score the winning World Cup game, or the particular captain's bat used in the Cricket World Cup final that led India to win the title. These are unique, have no substitute, and are therefore non-fungible. Tokens refer to the fact that NFTs are created on a blockchain, with the majority being on the Ethereum blockchain. So, putting all these terms together, NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are unique assets that can't be replaced with something else, and are verified and stored using blockchain technology. They can include anything from music to a website domain, but the current craze is really around digital artwork. Now that we know what they are, the next step would be a brief understanding of the blockchain. We discussed that they use blockchain technology, so it's imperative that we know what that means. Don't worry, I'm a better baker than my aunt. I'll keep it simple. Unless you have been living under a rock or are a sworn technophobe, you would have at least heard of blockchain being mentioned in the news and daily conversations. Basically, blockchain is a decentralized ledger where data is stored in the form of blocks and comes together as chains, thus the name blockchain. As the name suggests, it is decentralized, which just means it is distributed. Since there are multiple copies of the shared database globally, no single user can tamper or change any data, thus ensuring trust and large-scale acceptance. The innovation with blockchain is that it guarantees the trustworthiness and security of a record of data without the need for a trusted third party. Think of blockchain as a ledger whose records of transactions cannot be altered, deleted, or destroyed. Each new block is added to a chain, but the old ones cannot be altered or manipulated. This is in direct contrast to the banking system, where everything is centralized, meaning that everything is kept private, with records liable to altering and manipulation. Contrary to popular belief, blockchain technology has been around for nearly 3 decades, but has risen to the limelight with the popularity of cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, which use blockchain technology. Blockchain is the technology that underpins everything from cryptocurrencies, decentralized finance, DeFi applications, And also our topic of discussion, NFTs. With these basics secured, let's discuss how NFTs work. And later in the video, we will discuss how you can get rich off them. With the possibilities that the financial world is bringing, one cannot help but claim a piece of the freshly baked pie. Most NFTs are part of the Ethereum blockchain right now. Ethereum is a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, and transactions happen using ETH coins. To reiterate then, NFT is thus any digital asset such as a piece of music, image, photograph, painting, GIF, meme, an audio or video file, or game that can exist in a digital format. Just like in the real, physical world, where we assert ownership and usage rights, as we move to an increasingly digital world, there too, if you own something digital, you can assert your ownership and how the asset could be used. That creates value. For instance, as mentioned in our intro, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey sold the NFT to his first tweet for about $2.9 million, the proceeds of which Dorsey had said would be given to a charity. At this point, you are probably asking yourself what the buyer got for the purchase of Dorsey's NFT. The tweet itself continues to be live on Twitter, but the winning bidder would own the NFT, which is signed and verified by the creator, similar to a virtual autograph. By now you may also be wondering why one cannot just save the tweet, and what is so unique about it. Think of what you get when you buy, say, a painting by your favorite artist. You feel happy and proud about owning something. NFTs are similar to it. What is the value of your painting? Whatever the market is ready to pay. That is the case even in NFTs. This is also a new alternative investment asset class, which is hugely speculative. In a nutshell, any digital piece or object can be sold as an NFT if there is a buyer who wants to purchase it. In a way, you can say that NFTs are an insight into human nature. Art forms like Dorsey's tweet are still freely available on the internet to be viewed by anybody. However, now his tweet is owned by somebody else. The NFT simply certifies that the tweet is owned by the owner of the NFT. Ownership does not come with any associated benefits, apart from bragging rights. Okay, fellow bakers, by now you have a firm grasp on the subject of NFTs. Next, we will discuss how they can benefit you and why they have become so popular among different groups of people. Before we move on to that, here's a little personal secret for you. When I was younger, I wanted to be a professional baker, but I couldn't raise the dough. Get it? Dough? Anyone? Anyone? No one? The question that's left is, who is the beneficiary of NFTs, and why are they so popular right now? From where you stand, why should you care anything about them? Let me tell you why. Are you an artist? As an artist, you may be interested in NFTs because it gives you a way to sell work that there otherwise might not be much of a market for. If you come up with a really cool digital sticker idea, NFTs give you a way to monetize this non-traditional artwork. Also, NFTs have a feature that you can enable that will pay you a percentage every time the NFT is sold or changes hands, making sure that if your work gets super popular and balloons in value, you'll see some of that benefit. For a career that may not have as consistent an income, NFTs give artists the edge. As for the creation of an NFT, anyone can create an NFT. All that's needed is a digital wallet, a small purchase of Ethereum, and a connection to an NFT marketplace where you'll be able to upload and turn the content into an NFT or crypto art. NFTs are also sold on marketplaces, and the process can vary from platform to platform. You'll essentially upload your content to a marketplace, then follow the instructions to turn it into an NFT. You'll be able to include specifics such as a description of the work and suggested pricing. Most NFTs are purchased using Ethereum, but can also be bought with other ERC20 tokens. That's basically all there is to creating an NFT and selling it. Are you a buyer? One of the obvious benefits of buying art is it lets you financially support the artists. Buying an NFT also usually gets you some basic usage rights that are to your advantage. Plus, of course, there are bragging rights that you own the art, with a blockchain entry to back it up. In the world of the elite, these bragging rights open doors for you that may otherwise have stayed shut. Perhaps you're a collector. In this case, NFTs can work like any other speculative asset, where you buy it and hope that the value of it goes up one day, so you can sell it for a profit. And with the current trajectory, a good or popular NFT will eventually get swooped up for good money. This is already happening in the National Basketball Association, with people buying and collecting various clips as NFTs. These will no doubt resell for more money when certain players retire. Armed with the knowledge of all things NFT, in the coming minute, we will get into how you can be able to leverage that information to move from being an amateur to actually becoming profitable, and then rich off of NFTs. Now that we have an understanding of the space, here are a few steps that could aid you in your journey to profit from this relatively new technology that so many have already benefited from all over the world. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, so said a famous Chinese philosopher. That rings true when it comes to the NFT space as well. When you involve yourself by having skin in the game, this gives you the incentive to learn and build that collection for yourself. No one is as inspired as someone with something to gain or something to lose. So the first step is to begin in one way or another. Buy an NFT. Even if it is not the ideal NFT, it's great to get started. It's as simple as that. You can never overestimate the value of a community, especially when you are starting in the world of NFTs. If you are interested in educating yourself, joining NFT communities on various social media becomes vital. With access to these communities, your field of vision expands. You get to know what's going on in the world of NFTs, information that you might otherwise not have been privy to. You can also learn the basics and nuances faster. From personal experience, communities on platforms such as Discord are great at providing connections and connectivity with like-minded individuals. The reality is that NFTs, much like cryptocurrencies, are still speculative instruments. The market relies on buying digital art based on the fact that someone else will be willing to pay more for it. Inasmuch as communities will provide you with a good outlook and more information that you might not otherwise have had, the responsibility to utilize that information to its maximum benefit is yours. Have a checklist that aids you in your research to narrow down your investment options when purchasing NFTs. This checklist will aid you in being balanced, especially when the market becomes noisy and is filled with speculation. Know what you are after, why you are after it, and how you can be able to leverage certain pieces. This will become essential in controlling your emotions, especially when deciding what to buy and when to sell. With your checklist completed, it is time to go find projects that hit those check marks for you. Understand that you don't know everything, so be open to information and don't be lazy to learn. When you make a purchase, invest with a long-term horizon in mind. A good period would be to focus on an investment that is centered around months or years. That will ensure that your investment is long-term centered and not the fad of the week. These steps will ensure that you can go from an amateur to a seasoned expert in the world of NFTs. Now that you are equipped with basically everything you need to know about NFTs, and the steps you can take to become wealthy in this space. In a world where everyone operates on luck, you have a plan now. Maybe, just maybe, like Jack Dorsey, you can be the next recipient of a $2.9 million check.